Hey guys, how's it going? This is either real Randy Chavez. Sorry, I haven't made any content in the last few days. I literally thought I was dying on Thursday, so I didn't. But I'm back now. I'm just gonna try to get through the news as soon as I can. I might only be able to get a couple days worth of news. There's been so much the last few days, and I'll take some questions after that. So we'll try this. Okay, so we have Stephen Duarte says this is the most underrated on the app in my opinion, and he has 36 Astro Boys. Someone that has 36 of anything is a lot. So figure it's 20 something dollars. Let's say 23 times 36. So he didn't spend a ton. Spent less than $1,000. $828 on the Astro Boys. But I also think those are very undervalued. Those, I think the Obi-Wan Kenobis. I think the Mini Me's. Um, Not the mini me's, the Minnie Mouse, the dumb. There's just so many of these things that I think are stupid undervalued, and I'll get to that in a while, and I'll get to why Astro Boys, like I said, the Obi Ones, the Luke animated. That there's so many. Outside of that, there see there's a parking spot that sold in Canada for $200,000. Why does that matter? What does that have to do with Vivi? There's people I know that pay for country clubs, like I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars or hundred thousands that they pay in order to have that, just to say that they have that, and they don't even use it. It's just a status symbol. Oh yes, I'm a member of that club, I pay that fee. And again, it's something that they don't even go and use. This it is confirmed to me today. David just spoke in the gold and silver logo chat before. It is, to me, not not financial advice, is confirmed that that logo will be tens of that. Like that, there was a thought that passed through my brain before, and it's just a thought. I'm not saying that even I believe this, but it's saying like a part of me, it was a whisper. It said these are going to be worth more than the Board Ape Yacht Club at some point. And so I won't, I can't give any details about the certain things, but I will give this. There is a way. I'll give what's public. There is a waiting list. There's thousands of people that cannot get in. Most people that want to get in will not be able to get in. You have you have a lot of EVP. You have a lot of gold and silver logo peeps, and they're plus ones. And then you have a lot of people that got the mobile grins. So you do have to get there early. They're going to start. They're going to start with the gold and silver peeps first. They're going to go and let those guys in at 7. And then they, slowly but surely, like every 45 minutes or every hour or whatever, they're gonna be like, hey, we're gonna let these people in. They're gonna let these people in, and it goes until even at 1 a.m. They're gonna still start letting people in. So there's gonna be people waiting there for like hours. And it only goes to 2. It's not like a party in Mexico where it goes to like 7 a.m. So it only goes to 2, which I'm very thankful for. But I think part of the reason for that is because I mean, I think they're in New York right now. You don't go to New York just for comic. You go to New York and meet with the licensors, and you meet and for other people. That's the point of them doing that. But they have the reason why I say that this gold and silver logo, why that thought in my brain had passed before, is like, oh, these could possibly be more than Board Ape Yacht Club. It's like, well, why did Board Ape Yacht Club people, how did they get to millions of dollars? Well, you had celebrities that had them. I guarantee you, at some point, maybe this weekend, maybe probably this next weekend, you're probably going to have a celebrity, or at least one. They're going to buy it. Someone's going to buy it. I should. There's one on there right now. I think for 5,300. I know of 3 people that are going to buy one in the next week. And again, one might happen this like literally at that night. That had nothing to do with what David said. But David said that there's a lot of people on the guest list. Again, not everyone will be able to get in. And again, I won't give any details, any alpha about the actual party. I don't think I'd be allowed to, but other stuff that I can confirm from outside of what David said, but it corroborates with the other stuff, is that other people will be willing to pay to get in. And I've said this before. I was like, okay, yeah, I knew that whatever avenue we had, whatever venue we had, it was not going to be able to sustain the entire guest list. So I was like, I wonder how much cash people are going to flash in order to get that. And again, confirmed that there's a lot of people that are going to want to pay to get in, and some might. So some might get that chance. So that's why I brought up, what a parking spot sells for 200,000. there's going to be what about a logo where you can get to hang with celebrities? That's your golden ticket. Looking forward to meeting. Oh, no, no. All right. So that was for Wednesday stuff. We have about Meet Veve. Hold on, this is so cool. Okay, so there's this a YouTube channel called Gassel Gasselcast. The guy and a girl, they go and they're big Funko fans. They like the chases and they like the big they like the just Funkos. One of them likes Pennywise, the other one likes I think Star Wars or whatever. And they say like, oh, they were kind of joking around. They were like joshing us a little bit, like, oh, it's an NFT. Of course it is. Talking about that new Iron Man Funko Pop and how they're like, this is just an excuse to sell more toys. Oh, you get an NFT with it. But again, it seemed like they were probably going to go for it. I think they will be at Comic-Con, so I think there's a few of us that are going to go and be like, hey, we're the Veve team, or not that we're the team, but we're like the members of the Veve fam. We love it. We're at most of these events, and we appreciate you shouting us out in your video. I think they have like 20,000 subscribers, something like that. So I was like, okay, this is great, and in their video, I think it was the girl that said, I'm gonna bet you that this doesn't sell out in like a day. And I was like, oh, you guys don't know. Like just from the Veve peeps alone, this will sell out. And I get it, it's $450,000, but again, it's a chase one. It's the first of its kind. It's the first phygital. Speaking of which, we have other phygital stuff to go through. I'm surprised it's already 7 minutes already. But shout out to those people. I was able to watch a little bit in between dying. We had 101 pause. So tomorrow you have, or which happened 2 days ago now, David Yu, my collectibles, Veve Magic and Old Rhubarb over on their, comics. There's alpha, there's giveaways, there's awards. I was able to watch, I think, like 10 minutes of it. Again, it was pretty much dying the last few days. So shout out to them for that. Any exposure for David Yu anywhere is great. So you had a Comey that had gone out and said, retweeted Decrypt. Decrypt had said the new capsule collection collab from Marvel and Lou Boughton World. I think that's how you pronounce it now. There's actually some people have gone on and they specifically bought those the combination the Lou Batten ones, the physical items, just so they can get the QR code, just so they can get the NFT. And be advised that the cheapest item that you could get was a hat for like $600. So, oh, magic. Oh, I was just talking about you. All good things. All good things. So the cheapest thing that you could get was a hat for $600. And if you go to the Veve app and you search Lou, just LOU, there is a couple of them on there. There's a Sea Queen on there for $738 and $799, and then there's a Sea Warrior special, the stiletto shoes. It's up there for $6,000. So that's a lot, and I just don't think that's anyone's gonna buy it for 6,000. I mean, they might. Who knows? You have some people that really don't know what's going on with it, but I'll keep you posted. So there was an update. I haven't gotten a drop in a while. I did buy a couple of things recently, but it wasn't on the drop. I'll show you what they were real quick. So the transactions for the gems, the last few things I bought, they weren't crazy. Scooped up 2 million more OMI. Get that bread. I'm at 175 now. I was going to try to get more, after this week, but I just, I was sick this last week, so I didn't go to work. So, no money. Once the con is over and I get to go and doing stuff again, I'll try it. Oh, all right. So I got a Miguel for like 50 something dollars. I think it was $53. Miguel, the one from Coco, the platinum moment. The reason why I got that, I'll show you right here, is because, all right, so he's gone down now. He went up to like $100. I got him for like 50 something. Is because when you go and you try to say, okay, go to the series, where's he from? The Disney 100 Platinum Moments Pixar series. Was it a blind box? Was it not? You go and you say, oh, okay, it's not a blind box. You take a look and it says Nemo. Okay, well, Nemo was actually sold out. There's no more remaining editions. There's no burned editions. It was just sold out. Woody, on the other hand, like, well, this should be 60 gems. The remaining editions is, okay, here it is. It's 1162. So a few days ago there was no buy now button. A few days ago there was just a so now there's a buy now button. A few days ago it just said, I think it said sold out. So we weren't sure, like, okay, are they going to hold these? Are they going to burn them? And it was the same thing for Miguel. And I saw that, and there was less than 800 of them that had sold. I was like, if they say there's only 800 of these first appearance Miguels, I got to get one for $50. Now, obviously, now they fixed it. The buy now button's there, so you could make the argument that I kind of pool-sided into that, which I did. The other thing that I bought was just recently, and it was an Obi-Wan Kenobi for $60. Um, and it's like, okay, well, I don't even know if it had. I'm sure that it sold out. It's freaking Obi-Wan. Yeah, yeah, that definitely sold out. The reason why I bought it is because you have this 4,088 editions. Luke Skywalker, I can understand almost a little bit why the rare is under retail. It's like $55 or something. It's because, okay, well, you have the ultra rare and you have the secret rare on top of that. The secret rare is the one that gets, it's like $1,000. It's a lot. I think at the peak it was like 2,300, for the floor of that secret rare. And the ultra rare is it's like a couple $100s. It's not a ton, but there's an extra 1,000 of those, because of that, or like 1,500. So Luke having like 32, 3,400, whatever. He's animated. First Prince Luke Skywalker. He's like the face of the organization. But Obi-Wan, I think, is the most important. And I won't go too crazy on this because I want to get through a lot of the news and I want to answer everyone's questions. I haven't been live in a while. Is because when you take a look at the first movie, just episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Duel of Fates, Obi-Wan's very skeptical about Anakin. Like when Qui-Gon goes to when they all go to Tatooine, and Qui-Gon and 3PO and R2 and Padme, they go and they go and search the planet. Obi-Wan doesn't see what Anakin does. He doesn't see him win the I forget what that's called. It's like their version of the Indy 500, where Jabba the Hutt comes in. Anyway, he doesn't see him win the pod race. Boonta Eve, that's where it is. The pod race of Boonta Eve. I forget what the name of the race is called. Anyway, he doesn't see him do that. He doesn't see him interact with the Force. He doesn't see the midichlorian. I guess he knows what the midichlorian count is because Qui-Gon sends him the analysis. But he compares him to Jar Jar Binks and says, why do I get the feeling we picked up another pathetic life form? But Qui-Gon knows, like, no, this boy is something special. So Obi-Wan doesn't realize it at first. And that's when you see the Duel of Fates, the epic battle between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, them versus Maul. It's Dave Filoni explains it in a really interesting way, talking about the actual, it's a duel of fates, not just because it's the fate of Anakin. Like, hey, is he going to be brought towards the dark side? Is Maul going to succeed? Is he going to kidnap him here and bring him to Lord Sidious, or is he going to go and are Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan going to survive? Are they going to surpass this test, and they're going to, raise Anakin as a Jedi? In which case, okay, it'll take longer for Palpatine to get to him. And so it's the fate of the child, but it's also, we'll get to that in the future, like the fate of the both Skywalkers, Luke and Anakin. So I thought that was really cool. And then if anyone's ever watched the Rebels series, the animated one, I know not a lot of people have, but it's really freaking good. So spoilers: Darth Maul survives. Obi-Wan has to kill him like 3 times. He kills him there, and that's another great connect too, where Anakin asks Obi-Wan like to describe the way he defeated Maul multiple times over the course of their training. Hey, strike for strike, blow for blow, how did you defeat Maul? And obviously at the end of it, where Obi-Wan's hanging on to something and he's got to use the Force to, bring himself up and take Qui-Gon's lightsaber. He forces himself up over Maul, cuts him in half, and then, he sees that at the end where Anakin has to go towards the end where they're having that battle on Mustafar, where him and Obi-Wan are fighting. He's like, oh, hey, I'm going to defeat you the same way that you defeated Maul. And Obi-Wan knows what he's thinking. That's why he's saying, don't try it, Anakin. He knows what he's doing because he's practiced this in his head multiple times. And obviously, that happens. But anyway, I forget what, on Tatooine, where Maul and Obi-Wan fight again. Like I said, he comes back, and this is the last time. Maul thinks like, "Oh, Obi-Wan, you are so old and you're broken and you're just this failed shell of a Jedi that you used to be." So Obi-Wan goes and he does the classic, to him, and then he goes and he has he's like, "Wait, wait a minute, I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not the young Obi-Wan, the young Jedi Knight as I was." So he turns to like the Ben Kenobi like stance, and then he realizes that what, in order to defeat him, I can't be who I am. I have to try to use all my knowledge to beat this Sith Lord right now. And he turns into like Qui-Gon Jinn, who is so much more knowledgeable than most of the rest of the Jedi Council. And he does that, and then Maul just goes in and he tries to defeat him the same way that he defeated Qui-Gon, and then bam, he goes in and he gets defeated in like three different swipes. So I think, and I I see you guys saying, what's he talking about? Talking about the last fight between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. And this, I was just talking about my last two purchases. One was Miguel, and the last one was the last one that I just made was Obi-Wan Kenobi. I just thought those were stupid undervalued. That's what we call this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll move on past it. Just one last thing with it, and then we'll get on to the rest of the news. It was one of the most beautiful moments ever in Star Wars, because you see Darth Maul realize that he misread this. His play on this was completely off. He thought that Obi-Wan was this decrepit old man that's broken, and he's like, oh, who is he protecting? Like, I'm going to show him, I'm going to kill him, and I'm going to kill the person he's protecting. And then he realizes that after he got defeated in 3 strokes, he's like, oh no, I fudged up. I went and misread this entire thing. This isn't just this old, broken, decrepit man. This is a Jedi master. This is someone that has gone on and studied to be probably one of the most powerful force wielders in the entire galaxy. And I messed up. And if that's the case, then this is the most important spot on the planet. And he realizes this is about the chosen one, isn't it? So that's why I think Obi-Wan's like the best. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. We have, all right, waitlist drops. Stream on the waitlist process provided improvements that have made, starting with, I think, yesterday's at this point, drop. The purchase return window after drop time has been reduced from about 15 minutes to 5 minutes. Market listings are going to be paused for 10 minutes after the drop time to expedite delivery of collectibles, so you get collectibles sooner. And then they retweeted saying, obviously, we didn't start with today's drop, so they started with it, I think, a day later. Then you have Al Kahn says, this will be a mighty good time, where you see the Marvel Mighty in the background. It was a fun turnout last year. Let's see if we can beat it this year. I think we will. And then you see somebody that has 185 Skywalker lightsabers. So you see Star Wars is insane. And then you see somebody that had posted they have 501 of them. Like, Jesus, man. Well, these are the Yoda lightsabers, but like I said, very bullish on Star Wars. And so be advised, guys. I almost never take time off. I did once last year when I went on the cruise with some girl, Brittany, and I didn't make content for a week. I didn't make content for 3 days today, but 3 days this past week. Would be advised, last year in 2022, I made 654 pieces of content. This is not including shorts. I made 379 live streams, and you know how well my live streams go on for. Some go on for multiple hours. And I did 275 videos. So if I ever take time off, I freaking earned it. I'm sorry, I just pat myself on the back that one. if you are going to get into that VV party, you are going to need that invitation that's in your email, and then you're going to be able to go and once you have that, you should be fine. Griller, no, correct. Oh, Reese was over in Telegram. When he was talking about, someone was talking about listings, and Reese had said, when new listings are available, we'll announce them. Can't talk about them anytime before that, though. So just a little bit of alpha here. Saying listings, as in there's multiple, and saying I can't talk about them anytime before that, though, meaning that there's more than one. And I'm telling you, there's more than one. When are we going to get them? Probably not till next year. I don't think we get them until at least after bronze tickets. Bronze tickets, I'm hoping happens at the end of Q4. If it doesn't happen until Q1, that's still fine. But again, just throwing that out there. Also, the team has changed the way that they communicate over the past few months. So when there are significant updates to talk about, they're shared. But these days you can literally see updates, as they roll out. Again, they roll out every couple of weeks. So if you're trying, like, where's the update? Where's the update? They're not going to give an update if there's nothing to talk about. So Reese says VVverse is still in closed beta and the participants are under NDAs. So I wouldn't expect updates for VVverse on that front unless it's being released to more of the public, which after Comic-Con, yes, definitely will. And Reese says, personally, I'm a fan of the shut up and deliver approach, especially now that the company is scaling up and maturing. Okay, so that was on Thursday. Geez, we're only on Thursday. David uses Infinity Stones match in Haven. So shout out to David for shouting out those Infinity Stones. You should have oh yeah, okay, I know. So no drops until New York Comic-Con. That's going to start Thursday. They might have something on Wednesday night, but I'm just going to say Thursday. They say no surprise drops. I mean, it's not going to be a surprise if they say 15 minutes prior at the con, hey guys, here's the thing. So they continuously say there's no surprise drops, which there may or may not be. At San Diego Comic-Con, there was a couple of them, did really well on those. But now that they're saying no surprise drops, they might actually not have that. If there is a drop that's unannounced, which there's Kingpin, which is really cool. There's X-Men, Uncanny X-Men #1, which is a major grail. Uncanny X-Men #1, that in a 9.8 has got to be worth $1 million. So that is a grail. I don't know how many. There's probably gonna be 10,000 of them, maybe like $20 each. It's gonna be insane. There'll be an easy 200,000 for them grossing. That's the big one. So you have Kingpin. Great. You have a VV comic, which has both digital and physical. There's more on that, and the really interesting, the guy that's behind it. And then you have that comic on Saturday, and then you have You have the X-Men first appearance. So you have Magneto, and you have Professor X, Charles Xavier on Sunday. I kind of wish those were Marvel Mighties. The reason why I think they're doing this first, I think we will get X-Men Marvel Mighties. The reason why I think they're doing these, because if you take a look at them, they look very, very comic booky. They look like, oh, the Dark Lines, like they're straight out of the comics. Okay, why these? Why now? Well, they announced that they're doing an X-Men movie, but they are going to do a Fantastic Four movie first. They have not yet hired a writer for the X-Men movies. They might have at this point, but I don't believe that they will give us any more X-Men for quite a while, at least until they announce the movie, until what they announce they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to be in Secret Wars. I hope they are. Again, we didn't know we were going to get X-Men at first, so that's why we have the Eternals. Now the Eternals are really cool, but at the time, before we thought we were gonna buy Fox, before we were gonna get the X-Men, it's like, okay, we need some type of meta-humans that are super powerful. That's why they brought in the Eternals. I don't know what they're going to do with them, but obviously these movies take years and years of time. So maybe we get an X-Men movie. It's gonna be several years from now. But when those things do get announced, we'll get more of those on the app. Hopefully soon. Anyway, So there's a pizza place that if you want to go order like the Veve special, it's like mushroom and something. You can get a sneak peek at the comic, but you don't actually go and get a comic from there. It's Grimaldi's. It's just a sneak peek at it. So is there a reason to really get that? I don't know. Again, the physical stuff will be at Comic-Con, and the drop will be obviously on the app. It's called Addiction. It's from David Quinn. There's just a lot of stuff out there. Oh, they addressed the change of Orbis blockchain technologies. They said that they're out of Orbis just to further the expansion of the company. Like it's not just blockchain, and it's also um, to keep it congruent, to keep it uniform with the rest of the companies. Like, oh, you have, because they have it. It's one of their companies. They have multiple different companies, but they wanted to keep it uniform. Only this one was blockchain technologies. One, they wanted to keep it uniform, and two, they wanted to have expansion of it. Like, oh, we're not just a blockchain company. We're a digital comic company. We're multiple things. And also, Orbis itself is not a blockchain, although apparently Virtua is becoming a blockchain. Anyway, the Addiction is more than just a comic book. They talk about Newswires talks about Veve saying, Veve, which produces all the digital editions for DC and Marvel, has chosen The Addiction as its first foray into offering an original Veve variant print comic along with the digital version. We're working with them to create a digital red cover and digital blue cover, limited to 1,000 copies each, so it's going to be super, super scarce. And one of the best things I found in this article was saying, The Addiction is more than just a comic book. With Zarolo's and Quinn's connections in the industry, the creators lined up an A-list of contributors and a unique deal with Veve, the multi-billion-dollar digital collectible comic book company. How many times do I have to tell y'all Veve is worth 10 figures? So again, had it right there. This is not the first time Veve has been referenced in saying that they're a multi-billion-dollar company. So minimum is 2 billion, right? So let's say if they wanted to raise money, 10% is a lot, but they could raise $200 million, give away 10% of the company. I would much rather them just give 5% of the company away, raise $100 million. They have a whole bunch of stuff to do crazy amounts with, and then what? And then you just go and when they're worth 10 billion, then you'd be like, okay, let's raise 500 million and give away another 5%. I think that'd be so much better. And then when they're worth 100 billion, do something similar. Just slowly but surely do that. Anyway, Grimaldi's Brick Oven Pizza is on 656 6th Avenue in New York, New York. Went over those. Lovelace. CJ Lovelace, 10,000 followers, has been quietly accumulating some Veve collectibles lately. These charts remind you of anything other than short-term pain. He's showing the charts that says this is Veve's first cycle, which is why I feel euphoric about buying their speculatively first bottom ever. So shout out to him on that. We're still on Friday. I don't know what Alex said. Alex says, because Orbis, not only blockchain technologies limited, was too long. I don't know what Alex is trying to say. Is digital collectibles, physical comics, and ... Obviously, other stuff happening as well. David teased a lot of times they're getting physical with a lot of things. I don't know if that's reference to any musical artists that are going, because I guarantee you there are going to be some. I don't know if he's referencing just the amount of physical stuff that he's giving away, that things are doing. I just don't know. One thing. Okay. Anyway, moving on. This is not the only physical things that we're doing, though. There'll be other stuff. Shadow NYC, I guess they're doing the physical comics. Let's hope to see you grab a physical from the booth. Vincent Cerullo says, come by, Randy. Pick up your copy at booth 3537. That's if they go, and that's where they'll be, the physical comic. And sorry for not answering messages. Like I said, literally been dying the last few days, so I'll never catch it. If I didn't get back to your message, shoot me a message again. If I ever don't get back to you in like a week, just shoot the message again and again. I'll get to it eventually. It'll circle back. Yeah, do be circling back though. Where was I? Oh God, where was I? David Yu had also commented pizza time. I don't know if that's a reference to just, hey, Grimaldi's Pizza, or, Tobey Maguire coming in with a bunch of pizza saying, pizza time. I don't know if it's that, or if it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference. Again, he's been really teasing the Nickelodeon stuff. He's been really teasing the Paramount pictures. So I feel like that's probably a bit. And he did say a big major IP announcement tomorrow. Maybe he didn't. Maybe that's just fever brain. I don't know. But either way, he has been teasing Paramount Pictures for quite a long time now. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be one of the announcements. Probably not this week. I don't think you want anything to overshadow this next week, but probably this quarter we'll get something like that. I'm confident in TMNT at some point. Okay. So here's the special, and again, this is if you're getting there on Wednesday, going to the Grimaldi's at Limelight. So it's 20th and 6th. You pre-order the Addiction Special Pie, which is pepperoni, mushrooms, and truffle oil. You'll get a QR code to get a sneak peek. Again, it's just a sneak peek. You're not getting the actual comic, but it might be fun just to show up. I have no idea what we're doing. There's so much going on. I'm not going to sleep at all this week. Thankfully I got sick this last week, and I'm not getting sick this week. Yeah. Be advised, Vincent is also the co-owner of ComicConnect.com. So if you've had past experiences with them, good or bad, if it was bad, he's just the co-owner. I don't think he's the daily decision maker. If it was good, positive experiences, good stuff. It's a comic book auction site. So obviously with any auction site, whether it's Heritage, whether it's eBay, whether it is PWCC, random things do happen. Just throwing that out there. Moving on. These pictures. Oh, my friends. Sorry, I miss my friendos. We have, there's Nemo. Yep. And all right, so NFT Now, which has 161,000 followers, had said, "Welcome back to Now Runway, when we report to you from the front lines of digital fashion revolution," talking about Veve and Lou Boughton. The Magics of Vincent's team are amazing. So happy to have him part of the fam. Same fam, same. Also owns Metro. Oh, he owns a lot of stuff. He's a beast. Okay. And be advised. So when the Veve feed goes and says, "Oh, hey, this is airdropped," when they say airdropped, it's just somebody redeeming the logo. Like, that's just somebody that has a card that redeems it. The team is not just going to just airdrop this to random people. They're not playing favorites. They are really not playing favorites. I won't say who it is, but there's a couple of people that want it that they won't be given it to. They're going to have to buy it from the secondary at some point. So they are definitely not playing favorites. So if somebody goes out and says, "Oh, Veve just airdropped a $5,000 gift to them," like, no, they didn't. No, they did not. It is just somebody that happened to have an unredeemed card, or they bought an unredeemed card and then they redeemed it. That's it. Moving on. David has officially confirmed in January 2024. Not sure what dates yet. They will be in France. They may or may not be somewhere else earlier that month as well, but they'll definitely be in France. That is confirmed. The dates for the other potential location are not confirmed yet. I'll let you guys know when that is. You have David Yu retweeting Ed Feely, saying physical and digital equals digital, just teasing that again. If you know, you know. Famous stuff, count, okay, cost. Squid Cat says Gold Dragon, 1 of 3 monthly snapshots is tonight, so keep an eye out for Veve's 30 auto daily listings. You will get extra OMI if you go and you list your Golden Dragon for $88,888, but you have to contact Squid Cat or Mike Cat with 2 T's, number 4 at the end, over on the Twitter. Find out how to do that, and you'll get some more OMI. The Modern Investor has just purchased a Amazing Spider-Man number 1. I forget which number this is, but it's a secret rare. You can tell what it is by the cover. So shout out to him. Thanks for that. Shout out to Ovalez, who has 200 sets now, and is level 66. So shout out to him. Can't show that, can't show that, can't show that. And that was it. Okay, cool beans. I got through the news, and it was only 35 minutes. All right, let's get to the comments. So many. But Wes, hope you're feeling better. I'm not, but I will survive. I will persist. Michael says, Randy, thank you for joining us, the Gold and Silver Logo feedback session Discord. Stay tuned for the next feedback session in a few weeks. Of course. I heard about half of it. Again, I'm slowly getting better. What's up, Wheels? How's it going, fam? Now, Mikhail. Oh, thank you, Wheels, for being a member. You rock. Kumo says, Randy, hope you are better. I'm not, but I am slowly getting there. Turtle says he's back. Meow. You said he's back like freaking Fudge at the end of Order of the Phoenix when they're talking about Voldemort, and Cornelius Fudge is like, he's back. There's like no duh. He's been back for 2 movies now. Oh, let go. What's up, smarty pants? What up, Bill Gardner? All right, let's check some crypto real quick. Let's see how we're all doing here. Let's see how we doing. Let's get on the Akomi. Akomi is at 0008845. I'll take that. I'll take that. This week is more about Veve, not really about the OMI token. Grumpy Cat standing above $4.5 million market cap, so shout out to them. Woody say, hey, what's up, Randy? What's up, Woody? Wheels says, Gil, you made my day. Love you, and David, you. Hey, howdy, hey, Magic, we love you. Mikhail, Magic. Kumos is going to be bringing you a baseball gift, Cardinals related, Thursday night. Oh my God, no heckin' way, Kumo. Obviously, Kumo's been on the podcast before. We both love the Cardinals. I was very lucky to be, growing up on Mark McGwire and then Albert Pujols. Just Cardinals kept my attention for quite a while. It's a great ball club, and he obviously shares my passion. So shout out to you, Kumo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Almost, hi fam. What up? And hey friends. Hey, I know her. Oh, Lori, my bae. How are you? I love you. Big A says, who is he's a very, very big fashion guru in Europe and France. They're doing the collab with Veve. I don't know if any of those items are sold out. I don't know if any of them are done and you can't get the NFT anymore. I haven't really kept up with the numbers on that. Bookgarden, thank you for the super chat. Saying just Google 2 more million OMI, my man. I love you. And Elmira says, what up, Randy? XI took 18% today, is launched this month. Nice. I don't know what XI is, but good for you if you have it. Gothic videos. Yo, what up, Gotham? Gothic. What's Randy? I was talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi and why I love him and why he's just a beast. Who farted, Doge Nation? Cole Southern Story. Yeah, he's just such a beast, man. Like watch Dave Filoni's talk about the Duel of Fates, and he references some really interesting stuff with Obi-Wan. Obviously, it's about Anakin, it's about Qui-Gon, whatever. But again, I had to throw in there the battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, the last one. That just a lot of people don't like it because it's a short battle, but it's so meaningful. So Nate says, if Bitcoin hits 100,000 or a million, what does OMI hit? Well, Bitcoin will definitely hit 100,000. I mean, not Peter Schiff. He hates Bitcoin. He's a dinosaur. He's good on a lot of fiat economics, but as far as his Peter Schiff's thing is just he's in gold and silver. He's president of Europe Pacific Capital. Anyway, it wasn't him. It was Jordan Peterson who happened to have an aha moment like last month talking about Bitcoin. He's like, wait a minute, let me see if I can find the video. I don't know if I can. Maybe I can. Let me see. Jordan Peterson Bitcoin. I don't know if I'll be able. No. Maybe it's on a short. No, it's not a short. It's a. Uh, I want to try to play it for you guys. Peterson Bitcoin. I don't know if the video will come up. It should. Yeah, I'll play part of it. So what's the net effect of that on the price of electricity? Well, why? Is that deflationary with regards to electricity cost? I think so. This is what the fiat system, that fiat subsidized all these functional plants for the last 50 years. And it's been reliable. And we have Bitcoin. It's like the vigilante savior. It's coming in and providing. I think because of the music, I won't be able to play it. Because it's that was Interstellar. But long story short, um, Jordan Peterson is a big fan of Bitcoin. Anyway, I think it does much more than 100K by 2025. I think it does a couple 100,000, and I think it goes to 1 million by 2030. So I think when you take a look at what OMI does, okay, well, what is Bitcoin at $1 million a coin? Well, that's a $21 trillion market cap. Okay, well, let's say Ethereum, which I think Ethereum the market cap can flip Bitcoin. I think that let's say they're both half. Let's say by the end of the decade, Bitcoin and Ethereum completely underperform every single person's expectation of it by 2030, and they're $10 trillion market caps each, and they're matching gold. Okay, well, if OMI is at 1/100th of 1% of them, well, 10% would be a trillion, so it'd be $100 billion. They'd have $100 billion market cap. Okay, so at $100 billion, if they're at 1% of what Bitcoin underneath is at, what is the market cap? If there are no burns, it's like 30 cents. If there are a bunch of burns, which let's assume that we have less than 200, you're looking at 66 cents, which is quite a lot. Now, again, this is just by the end of the decade, and this is if there's only half of what it does. And this is only if it does 1% of what that expected rate is. If let's just say it's 1% out of the expected rate, and they're at 20 trillion market caps each. Okay, well, 1% of that is 200 billion. At this rate that we're at now, with no burns, it'd be 66 cents. When let's say we're down to 200 billion over the next 7 years. Okay, well, that's $1.20. And again, I feel like that's very, very reasonable. But with the amount of burns I think we have, with the amount locking up, I think that OMI, I think fairly conservatively, conservatively, OMI will hit 5 cents in 2025. But I obviously, my base case is 10 cents. My golden goose scenario is obviously much higher at 50 cents, but I think that's, again, golden goose scenario. But if you take a look at the reserve wallet, which I know we should never do because it doesn't matter, but the reserve wallet, we've been averaging an average of about 30 billion OMI burn per year. And there's going to be a lot more burns on the circulating supply side once we get everything going. Now, picture it like a video game character. You start off, you're small and weak, you're at level 2. And then once we implement something like we did, like let's say when we started at the bottom this year at 00055, whatever it is. Okay, we're starting at level 2. We're level 2 Rattata, right? Or let's say level 2 Pikachu. Let's give something with a little more evolution here. Let's say a level 2 Pikachu. Okay, well, once we're able to learn this new attack, which is the first form of utility of, hey, you're going to get more MCP points. We doubled, and then we came back down, but we're still up about 50% from that, from the 00055. So okay, we go and we take. That's a first attack. Instead of learning Nuzzle, or instead of being defenseless, we were able to learn Nuzzle. We're able to learn an attack. It still hurts us, but it's an attack. The next thing we're going to have is bronze tickets. Okay, now we're going to learn an attack that has no negative consequences to us and can paralyze the foe. That's really cool. So I think that the bronze tickets is our first, like, we can battle other wild Pokemon in the level 3 to 5 range. And then after that, what happens? Okay, well, we have OMI 2 accessory, which is part of the big Veve verse. The Veve verse is not necessarily anything having to do with OMI. That's about Veve and using Veve's collectibles, but because of that hype, oh, we're all connected to that. Cool. That's our trainer going and giving us a pink, not a pink ball. Let's a magnet to make our attack stronger. A magnet in Pokemon terms powers up electric type moves. So now our attacks are stronger. That'll raise us up a little bit more. And then you have the OMI to gem liquidity pool. Now we're not a Pikachu anymore. We've evolved into a Pikachu. Now we're on exchanges because we're not just a utility token. Okay, we're listed on exchanges as the utility token. Great. Now we're a Pikachu that knows not just Thunder Shock, not just same type attack bonuses, but now we have physical attacks. Now we have quick attack. And now that we have, after that, then we go and we get the gem liquidity pool. Everyone's burning. We're having it locked up. We have OMI available on the app. That'll happen, let's say Q2 of next year, hopefully. Okay, well, now we have agility, heighten up that speed. I think that by next year, I think a penny is really, really very, very easy to do. That's an easy 10x from here, 12x from here. And that's, if we start burning 30 billion from the circulating supply each year, because it'll be burning without knowing what the consequences are. And the consequences of that, I think, are going to be very good. I think the consequences of burning at these levels, about it being very, very cheap, it's like, okay, yeah, if you don't put money into the game of crypto, you're not going to lose anything. And many people that have gotten in the past couple of years, all they've seen is those red candles. All they've seen is people lose money. You put in money starting in 2021, you have done nothing but see your investment go down. And a lot of that ripple effects is very hard for people to understand. It's like, hey, they'll tell their friends, hey, listen, I put a lot of money in crypto. It's worth a fraction of what it is. This guy, Randy, had over $1 million. Now he's got a couple 100,000. He lost over $1 million. And, they'll come here and, clearly I just confirmed that. But again, the consequences of that is it being superbly low, and people are only looking at weeks and months ahead. They're not looking at years down the line. And you're going to burn a ton from the circulating supply, which we've never done before. And the consequences of that are just unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, obviously, the most likely outcome is that, we create a massive squeeze and we rocket to the moon. And like I said, smart money will come in, but smarter money will come in first. Smartest money is already here. I mean, I don't know what happens in the next couple months, but over the next year, if it weren't for this party, if it weren't for this epic party that we'd be a part of, I probably wouldn't have gone to Comic-Con. I probably won't go to DCon. It's not confirmed that Veve's even going there yet, but I probably won't, just because I want to save money and I want to buy more OMI. OMI will not be at these prices forever. Could go down amongst bigger things. I mean, you have the Israeli-Palestine conflict now, which has been going on forever, but this time, where can it go? How can it spread? And you could have a little bit of a small not black swan event. People see it coming, but you could have a little bit of a bad event that brings the market down. But like I said, with all of these things happening, with it being the main currency of the Veveverse, you'd be looking at 10 cents is probably fine. I would say 10 cents. 20. Again, this is just not financial advice. This is just my own opinions. Personal opinion, why do you think the Disney Dracula comic didn't sell out? A lot of the Disney comics don't sell out. It's not something that people really identify with, not something that people really go and they, let's take a look though, see how many it did sell. $7, it was 6,000 of them. Oh, all right. So only really 1,500 of them sold. $10,000. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. People just, a lot of these don't sell out. So it's probably just the same. Also, I kid you not, but the comics, the alligator Loki becomes, in the comics, alligator Loki becomes king of all symbiotes. I heckin' love that. Will marketplace halt, bring back speculation? What do you mean by marketplace halt? Like if they stop trading for a day? I mean, yeah, it's always speculation, and yeah, that would make it even more speculative. Save every last penny for the gold logo. That's one of the best on the app. That, in my opinion, one of the best on the app. Yeah, New York Comic Con. Probably not. No secret drops, most likely not. But I'll keep you all posted. Here's a healthy Randy soon. Black tie mogul floor is getting thin. Let's take a look at that. Let's go to the market. The black tie? The black tie actually is a red tie. Just a ton of sub 100s on that. You get a 78. You can get one for $78. Um, the black tie has a red tie, which is really weird. But let's take a look at the rest of the set. The gold skull. I really love the gold skull. It's at 170. All right, so it's much lower than its high, but still holding up pretty well. 260, 289 are the cheapest floors of the sub 100s. Them. What are we expecting now? I don't know. I'm going to guess 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's anyone's guess, really. O'Connor. You do gold development pretty low at 235 for the floor. It was one of my first high value Veve collectibles. It pains me to see so low when it was 650. It was once a lot higher. It was once like at least 2300. If not, I think it was actually at like 8,000 at one point, if I remember correctly. More amazing. Yep. Crazy Dan, thank you for being a member. Hey Randy, good to see you're back, feeling better, and back for the attack. I am slowly but surely getting better. Joined late. What did I miss? I don't know. Also owns Metropolis Comics. It's amazing. That dude Vincent's a beast. What's up, Darth? How's it going? Oh, General Darth Chaos. It's the first time I didn't say that. That was always Randy Dashy. Good evening. Hi. X-Force. Randy's back. Let's go. Glad you're feeling better. I'm well enough to stream a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep this short because I don't want to push it. The official Marvel website has a page dedicated to Veve talking about their partnership. I'm going to take a picture of that as well because that is heckin' cool. Hidden Jewel seems to be the Marvel Mighties. In your opinion, any forecast for the full-size Marvel collectibles? Any utility predictions for the full size? Okay. Forecast for the full-size Marvel collectibles. I mean, they'll clearly, when you have first appearance Professor X and first appearance Magneto as full-size Marvel collectibles, they're still going to be going strong. Not everything is going to be a mighty, although I wish it. Well. Not. I'll change that to say not every first appearance will be a Marvel mighty, but I do think that we do get every character in Marvel mighty form. Now there's the first appearance Deadpool that at a Christmas sweater or whatever, and then you have normal Deadpool as a Marvel mighty. First appearance Spider-Man is an amazing statue, but we still have Spider-Man Marvel Mighty. So I do think every character will be a Marvel Mighty at some point, or most characters. It's just like I said, we are going to get another Marvel Mighty set in November, and that might be it for the rest of the year. I don't know. See my imposter. What's up, the real Chandy Rashes? What is that picture? It's crazy. Randy, you missed the joke. It's pronounced Libutan, not Lubaton. I'm not gonna lie. That's my bad. Is Veve Magic attending New York Comic Con? That was like a talk. Okay, all right, yeah, good. All right. I didn't know if it was a speaker or not. Yes, sir. I'm at the booth Friday afternoon. I'll be at both Veve parties, only in town 48 hours. Well, thank you so much for making the time. I wish you'd be here longer, but again, very happy that you're taking the time with us. I can't wait to go see you. So let's get an email invite for the New York Comic Con after party for the Ron English vocal drop. Yes. Check your spam. But again, you would have had to buy it from the store. But yeah, check your phone. Bruce Mountain. Thanks for being a member, Big A. Sandbox, you should have already received it. Check your Ron English. Got it with the Ron English on the drop. Check spam. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Sandbox. Sophie says, I really hope we get to see Assassin's Creed Mirage NFT soon. The game just came out, and with Veve having Ubisoft They should really use more of the available, especially one as iconic as the Assassin's Creed series. Yes, that would be nice. We love Assassin's Creed. Is barely. Crypto Comics and Crypto shared their most anticipated top 10 list of blockchain comics. Within their top, Palm DC landed. Do you have confidence in Palm's long term? No. I, God, I shouldn't have said that. This is a very, very, very hard thing to do. Business in general is hard. Um, it, the fact that what Veve has done should be impossible. It should not have been done. Like it is there. Am I Doctor Strange? Because I just saw 14,600,007. Of different possibilities, and Veve coming up the way it did like this. It's one in like 14 million. Um, Nobody should have been able to do this, but they did, and no one else will ever be able to replicate anything like this. Other companies can survive, and I hope they do, but um, you know, it's really hard, especially when you only have one product, and especially when that product is finite and limited, and the amount. It's hard. I don't know. I hope so. Uncle Mish says, "Yo, what's up, man? What up, Uncle Mish? I really hope we get Assassin's Creed NFT soon with AC Mirage coming out at the perfect time. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be great. EV Magic." But it says Randy's immune system is struggling. Oh my god! I got, I got. Oh, I gotta take a picture of that. Oh, Wes hit me with that unexpected heat. That unexpected heat. Okay, good. Sharing to my story. To my story. Going on to my Snapchat story. It was added to the story. Very good. Very good. I'm gonna ask people. Going on. Oh god. I'm gonna ask people to smash that like. I can't smash the like button. Can I know something about love. Smash that like button. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Energy was going on. How's it going, fam? We got Prince Toby saying, "We got to stop roasting Randy's hair." So much. Oh, we have so much time left before it fully recedes and dies. Oh my god. I got to take a picture of that too because that's hysterical. You want it to be. Oh. Okay. Oh. Rip. Oh, that was great. Okay. I got the next one in there too. At least it's not as bad as Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z's hairline. Pretty close. I wonder how many people signed up for Veve Gold and Silver logo RSVP and then sold their collectible. I doubt like anyone. Like I mean to if it's for like the mogul one, maybe, but you're not getting rid of your gold, like you're not getting rid of your gold and silver logo. I mean, some people are, and that's foolish, unless if you're selling it for OMI, okay. Like I could be living in my car, I would not sell that logo. I would be living in my car, I would not sell my OMI. Um, yeah, no, nobody's selling their logo unless there's a really good reason. The logo collectible, um, that's the only collectible not underwater. No, there's a few. I mean, well, like, are we talking about from the drop or their all-time high? Because from the drop, Vader, Luke, like there's a bunch of collectibles that are not underwater, but if it's from their all-time high, yeah, that's a good point. That's what utility plus scare and the utility guys, you don't even know. I mean, you'll know on Thursday. People will know on Thursday, but Yeah, no, right. Could you explain the Immutable X Veve partnership? Um, well, we're on their blockchain. That's why, it's fairly carbon neutral. It's fairly no fees. I thought Immutable X primary use case was interoperability and improving Ethereum gas fees. I'm not understanding Vivi's role in the above. It's just that Vive has a lot of product, and they decided to put it on their block. So that's the partnership. Nino Blues, feel better. Captain Randy, we partying this week. I'm gonna try. On Immutable X blockchain and our ability at this time. Julie then goes, "Hi, Master Randy. Hope you get better. Thank you." They checked that you have a logo before we in the DBR San Diego. Very nice, very nice. All right, guys, that's it for me. Been on for an hour. I love you all. I will be back hopefully tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye. Thank you for the super chats. Randy. No.